In the last 60 years, Japan has been instrumental in developing several management techniques. Would you like to comment on the purest form of these techniques? Are they useful and are they being implemented properly in India?
Talking of implementation first, you see how we have implemented by overrating managers, by making the leaders at the supreme level, right? So we have started on wrong foot. In Japan, it doesn't happen like that. In Japan, in a team, the person who is a manager is probably the oldest person, probably a person with some physical limitation. That's why he's given that job of managing. And by no means he is superior to others in a team. He's not overrated, he is not regarded superior. That superiority complex, so to say, has been added in our Indian context. It's not there in Japan, let me tell you. And there are not so many managers in any organization. And talking of techniques, yes, they have Toyota production system, famous with lot of Japanese jargons which are used in India too. In everyday presentations, you see those things. Okay. Now, those jargons are actually peddled by consultants. Because, see, the concepts are very simple and common sense. But consultants have a business to make it look difficult, make it look sophisticated. So what better than putting a Japanese word for simple things? So that's how those things have evolved. Of course, there are vested interests to promote those and hide behind those words. Whether or not it is useful, yes, those are certainly useful if it is translated into Indian context in Indian way. We are not Japanese, our mindset is not Japanese. We can't do what they are doing there. If we are able to translate it in Indian context, yes, it is useful. Following anybody who is successful is in fact useful. So also this one. But whatever Japanese companies I have personally observed, I have not seen any of these techniques being used, frankly. Mostly they have only exported these terms to us and countries like ours. But what they follow is something else. What they follow is something else, but that we are not able to make out what they actually follow. Okay. But yes, they have teamwork, they have group participation. Nobody is superior in a group. Equality is there, respect is there, technology is respected, technocrats are respected. That much I have observed. And real innovation is given importance, it is given priority. See, for example, there is a famous term, Japanese term used called Kaizen. Okay. Kaizen is continuous improvement. Now, originally, Kaizen started in a limited way with limited focus. And that limited focus was removing wasteful movements by drawing a spaghetti diagram of movements of material and men and documents, and then doing some optimization in the layout, in the workflow to reduce the wasteful movement content, because certainly when somebody is moving, he is not producing. So it is a non-productive activity in any case. So the focus was that when it started. But then gradually, all these initiatives, what happens that everybody tries to make his umbrella bigger and bigger. So they try to cover everything under the same umbrella. So they expand the scope and include many things. And after a while, you wonder that what TPM does and what Kaizen does and what 5S does and what all these initiatives does, they all boil down to the same thing. And then they say that this is subset of that and that is subset of this, and all that sophistry and debate starts. But then basically all these terms and all these things had limited focus when they started. And for that aspect, they were really good. Once you start expanding your umbrella to cover everything and start showing that everything is under my umbrella, then it loses focus. Focus has always to be one. If you have multiple focal points, then basically it amounts to saying that you have no focus. Because what happens, there are conflicting parameters. Suppose you consider the three words QCD: quality, cost, delivery. Okay, three things only. I am simplifying three, not 5, 6, not SQD, CME. Okay, just QCD. Now, the thing is, if you try to chase target, if you tighten the target for quality, your delivery will suffer, your cost will suffer. The three entities are interrelated, they are not independent. They are not independent, they are interdependent, always. So if you tighten one, the other get affected adversely. Now what our companies do is, they have a champion for quality, they have a champion for delivery, they have a champion for cost. And each champion starts trying to improve his own KPI at any cost. Okay. So someday we chase quality at any cost. Someday we chase delivery at any cost. Someday we pursue customer satisfaction at any cost. Someday we have employee morale at any cost. Safety at any cost. And even cost cutting at any cost. How do you like it? The thing is, whenever you say something at any cost, it loses business focus. In business, things don't happen like this. You can't do anything at any cost. There has to be a commensurate cost. Right? So once you start having independent champions and you divide the KPIs like we do, this is what happens. So everybody is spot jogging, everybody is showing lot of activity, but there is little progress. So this is another phenomena which is seen. Lot of activity, but little progress. Okay. Everybody shows he's a great performer, but business is in doldrums.